Welcome to Sacred Activations video training. In this particular training, I'm going to explain how to use Fuze, formerly known as FuzeBox, for a webinar. There are three parts that you need to know about. One is installation, then configuration, and finally usage during the particular webinar. There are two elements towards installation. You can download the app, which is called the client, or you can run this from a browser. Here's some problems with running it from a browser. First of all, the browser does not allow a microphone. And second, if you want to reload or refresh, like using an F5 or Control F5, it logs you out of Fuze. Overall, it's quite problematic, and I don't recommend it. So let's look at the next piece, downloading the app. It is not difficult, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's go. Go to www.fuze.com/download. You will see a screen that looks like this. You will notice there are several selections for Fuze depending on the device that you're using. For example, you can use Fuze for an iPad, an iPhone, an Android tablet, and an Android phone. I will not be covering these. I do not know how they work. However, here is new Fuze for Windows for Win 7 Plus. That means Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, and so on. Let me explain that if you are on a Windows XP machine, you may have problems. You have to take the statement that all companies can no longer use XP machines for development. Microsoft themselves are not supporting it. So it's not only dangerous for a company to develop something that they may have to call Microsoft on, and Microsoft says, nope, we're not helping you anymore. That's why a lot of companies are moving away from XP. So my recommendation is bite the bullet, get a new machine so that you can stay up with all of the newest software that is coming out now. So when I click on the new Fuze for Windows, you'll notice that it puts it down here in the lower left corner. And I can click on it, and it will check for the current version of Fuze. Now, I don't have one, so it's going to download a new version entirely. It would ask me if I want to replace the old one. And it goes ahead and installs it. And then it will run it. Now, once it is run, it will bring up this login screen. You don't need to create an account to run this. However, you can join a meeting directly by typing in your name. I would recommend using your first full name and your last initial. And then the meeting ID that was sent to you goes right here, and then you click Join. Now, one final note about the installation. Once you've done the installation once, you need not do it again. If you want to rerun the Fuze, you go to Start. This is Windows 8. And I type Fuze, and I simply click on it. And it will run and bring you back to this every time. So from now on, you only need to run Fuze, type in your first name and last initial, and the meeting ID, and we'll get to the next screen. Now we can move on to the next and last two parts, configuration and usage. Configuration is very simple. Once you type your name and your meeting ID, and you click the Join, it'll show you your preferences. Now, you will never need camera, at least as far as I know. And notice that there's some defaults here. Use the computer audio, and your mic will be muted. If you are going to ask a question and interact with Tamara at all during one of the webinars, you might want to click that and set it to the mic will be on. I'm testing it right now. So I'm going to join this meeting that I've created for this demo purpose. And I have to accept it. Hold on, I'll go do that. So you are now in the meeting, and when Tamara begins speaking, you will hear her. There's a couple of things you should know about this screen. First of all, in the configuration, if you didn't set this before, you will see you can always come back and set the following options, including the microphone. And you can test your speaker. Here is your, and do that before you come over here and test and turn off your sound if you don't want your sound on. Furthermore, if you wish to chat to Tamara or someone else in the group, you can click this chat button here. You can chat to the group. You can even change the fonts up here. And you can click on it again to remove it. If you wish to raise the flag, you may do so by clicking on the flag up here. That will let Tamara know that you have a question. Otherwise, turn it off when you are done. When you are finished, you may simply exit here or terminate. This is probably a cleaner method, clicking on the exit box. You can come back at any time by simply re-clicking the join and resetting the meeting. You will be automatically accepted unless Tamara has another plan in mind. I would recommend that you click on Success Toolkits, and you can see hardware recommendations here in the form of a PDF. And furthermore, if you go to Best Practices here, you will see a complete list of, almost a checkoff list of how is it working for you. As in, close your other unused applications before you start, connect to a reliable network. They suggest 4 MIPS, and here's where you can test that. You go to speedtest.net, and you'll run it, and you should have at least 4 megabit pixels. And then here's your audio. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you have other ideas for videos that can instruct in the way of sacred activations, please drop us a line. Send an email to support@sacredactivations.com. I look forward to your input. Thanks all. Bye.